Greetings, friends. This is Barn Geek again, and this video we're going to be looking at over some pictures and reading off a story from Gary. He's used our barn plans to build a barn out of ash trees that are dying on his property from presumably from emerald ash borer. So check it out. I think you guys will like this video, and stay tuned to hear Gary's story. I'm going to read to you the letter that Gary sent to us. And he says, I have always enjoyed working in the woods and at the sawmill. Lucky for me, a close neighbor has a sawmill, so it is convenient. 3 years ago, when I started to see ash trees dying in my woods, I decided to cut them and make timbers. Always fascinated by old timber frame barns, that was the start I needed. I cut, sawed, stacked, lathed, and started my building plans. The timber framing is ash from my farm, which has been in our family since 1951, when my parents purchased it. When I was in high school, I planted the white pine trees as part of my FFA project in 1966. My dad took an old 2-bottom plow and made it a 1-bottom plow, hooked on our 8-on Ford tractor, and plowed a furrow to plant the trees. I would like to think I was a good planter and knew I would use these trees for lumber someday, but I'm not sure I would have thought it was possible. Once I had all my lumber, I got my permits and found a barn builder. The builder was Amish, who had his 3 sons and a nephew on his crew. I had a neighbor help me do the staining and sorting the lumber. That took 16 days to build the barn. With the Amish, I did some detail work after that, installed windows, stairs, door hardware, etc. All of the above was the easy part. Making decisions on design, stain, framing, and the right materials was the hard part. With the help from Aaron and all the information from the Barn Geek, I had all the information I needed. When I asked Aaron a question, I received the answer the same day. I appreciated all the help and will pass on any information from my experience. Gary Mosman. And also, additionally, later on he wrote another letter, and it said that I do agree it's never been too late. I turned 70 last year and retired at age 66. A timber frame barn does take time and more planning, but a great accomplishment. I hope guys like us inspire more guys to keep doing what they enjoy. Aaron, you have been a big part in keeping our grandfather's history and heritage from being forgotten. You should be proud of your accomplishments and the help you have passed on to others, Gary. Well, I got to say, thank you very much, Gary, for those kind words. I really appreciate it. But I think Gary's barn turned out fantastic, and thank you, Gary, very much for your sharing your story with us and your barn. It's gorgeous. I really love the fact that you used ash trees from your own place and sawed them up on that really cool circular sawmill. And you used some of the pine that you planted from 1966. That's really cool. That's all I got to say about that. So, thank you again, Gary, for sharing your story with us. And if any of you would like to do what Gary has done, you can go to the link in the description. Go to barngeek.com. It's real simple. Just put in your favorite search engine, Barn Geek plans, and you'll be able to find our website and get a hold of our plans. And you can have a barn like Gary did. You can saw it with your own timber and with your own sawmill, or you can hire Amish crew to build it like Gary did, or you can hire another type of crew. You build it yourself. There's a lot of options with the plans, and with lumber prices the way they are here in 2021, it might be a good idea to go ahead and look for more local sources of lumber, and it really does bring back the way these barns were traditionally built in the past. Typically, 150 years ago, 100 years ago, when a person wanted to build a barn, they would call up a guy with a portable steam-powered sawmill, and they would come out to the property, and they would take the logs up to the sawmill, and they would slice them up with a sawmill very much like the one Gary used, and except for operated out of steam. Sometimes later on they started using tractors and PTO shafts and that type of thing, but and then before the steam engines, they just hewed them out with an axe. So, but anyway, it's a really cool story, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, check out barngeek.com, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.